Stretching over 2,300 kilometres along Australia's northeastern coast, the Great Barrier Reef is the world's largest coral reef system. Home to thousands of species of fish, corals, and marine life, it's a vibrant underwater ecosystem teeming with colour and diversity. This natural wonder plays a vital role in supporting ocean health and protecting coastal regions. Despite its beauty, the reef faces challenges from climate change and pollution, making conservation efforts more important than ever. The Great Barrier Reef, nature's greatest living metropolis. Picture this. You're floating 15 meters above what appears to be an alien cityscape, where skyscrapers pulse with electric blues and corals glow like neon signs in an underwater Times Square. But this isn't science fiction. This is the Great Barrier Reef at night, when bioluminescent plankton turn the world's largest living structure into nature's most spectacular light show. After 3 decades of diving these waters, I can tell you that what lies beneath the surface of Australia's northeastern coast is nothing short of miraculous. The Great Barrier Reef isn't just a reef. It's a living megacity spanning 2,300 kilometres, roughly the distance from New York to Miami. Composed of nearly 3,000 individual reef systems and 900 islands, this underwater metropolis covers an area larger than the United Kingdom. But here's what will blow your mind. The entire structure was built by animals smaller than your fingernail. Coral polyps, these tiny architects of the sea, have been constructing this masterpiece for over 20 million years. Each polyp secretes calcium carbonate, creating the limestone skeleton that forms the reef's foundation. But here's where it gets fascinating. Corals aren't just animals. They're actually a three-way partnership between the coral animal, microscopic algae called zooxanthellae, and bacteria. The algae live inside the coral tissues, photosynthesizing sunlight into sugars that feed their coral hosts, while the bacteria help process nutrients. It's like having solar panels and a waste treatment plant built right into your body. This symbiotic relationship is so perfectly calibrated that it makes Swiss clockwork look sloppy. The zooxanthellae provide up to 90% of the coral's energy needs, while the coral provides them with a protected environment and nutrients. But here's the catch. This partnership is incredibly sensitive to temperature changes. When water temperatures rise even 1–2 degrees Celsius above normal, the stressed corals expel their algae in what we call coral bleaching, essentially evicting their primary food source. The reef ecosystem operates like a perfectly orchestrated symphony, with each species playing a critical role. Take the humble parrotfish. These colorful characters spend their days munching on algae-covered coral, inadvertently ingesting chunks of limestone. They process this through their digestive system and excrete it as fine sand. A single large parrotfish can produce up to 200 pounds of sand per year. Those pristine white beaches you see in tropical postcards? They're essentially parrotfish poop, and we have the Great Barrier Reef's certain 500 species of fish to thank for much of it. But the reef's biodiversity is staggering beyond fish. Home to 6 of the world's 7 species of marine turtles, the reef serves as a crucial nesting ground for green and loggerhead turtles. The endangered hawksbill turtle, with its distinctive overlapping shell plates, feeds almost exclusively on sponges found in reef crevices. These ancient mariners navigate thousands of kilometers using the Earth's magnetic field as their GPS, returning to the exact beaches where they were born to lay their own eggs. The reef also hosts the world's largest concentration of dugongs, those gentle, lettuce-munching sea cows that can grow up to 3 meters long. These marine mammals are living lawnmowers, grazing on seagrass beds that act as nurseries for countless fish species. Their feeding patterns actually help maintain the health of seagrass ecosystems, proving that even the most seemingly passive reef residents are essential players in this underwater drama. Here's where the story takes a dramatic turn. The Great Barrier Reef has survived ice ages, sea level changes, and cyclones for millions of years, but it's facing its greatest challenge yet. In just the past decade, the reef has experienced 5 mass bleaching events, more than in the previous 3 decades combined. Rising ocean temperatures, caused by climate change, are pushing this delicate ecosystem beyond its limits. Ocean acidification adds another layer of complexity. As seawater absorbs excess carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, it becomes more acidic, making it harder for corals and other marine organisms to build their calcium carbonate shells and skeletons. It's like trying to construct a building while someone keeps weakening the concrete. Yet here's what gives me hope as a scientist: the reef's incredible resilience. Corals have an arsenal of survival strategies that would make any military strategist envious. Some species can adjust their thermal tolerance by shuffling their symbiotic algae like a poker player changing cards. Others reproduce through coral spawning, a synchronized mass breeding event that occurs just a few nights each year, creating underwater blizzards of eggs and sperm that can drift for hundreds of kilometers to establish new colonies. The reef is also full of surprising allies. Crown-of-thorns starfish, typically viewed as coral predators, actually help maintain reef diversity by preventing fast-growing corals from dominating slower species. Cleaner fish set up service stations where larger fish queue patiently to have parasites removed. Even sharks, often misunderstood as mere predators, maintain the delicate balance by controlling fish populations that might otherwise overgraze the reef. Recent discoveries continue to astound us. Deepwater coral gardens, thriving in the reef's darker depths, may serve as genetic reservoirs for shallow water reefs. Coral larvae can survive in these deeper sanctuaries during bleaching events, potentially reseeding damaged areas when conditions improve. The Great Barrier Reef teaches us that complexity and cooperation create resilience. In a world facing environmental challenges, this underwater metropolis reminds us that the most extraordinary achievements often come from the smallest builders working together. Every polyp matters, every fish plays a role, and every visitor, whether scientist or snorkeler, becomes part of the reef's ongoing story. As I surface from another dive, watching the sun set over this living wonder, I'm reminded that we're witnessing one of Earth's greatest collaborative masterpieces. The Great Barrier Reef isn't just a natural treasure, it's a blueprint for how life, in all its magnificent complexity, finds ways to not just survive, but to create something beautiful beyond imagination.